Welcome to this episode of Toronto Blue Jays Update. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share your opinion in the comments below because we want to hear what you think about everything happening right now. So last night I'm sitting around and I hear Kyle Tucker signs with the Los Angeles Dodgers. My first thought was, I really can't say anything as a lifelong baseball fan who's watched big market teams dominate for decades. My friend texted me absolutely furious, like the rest of the baseball world, that the team already at the top of the food chain with all their stars, half of them deferring their salary like they've got some kind of deferred compensation policy in Los Angeles, just went ahead and gave Kyle Tucker 4 years, $240 million. By the way, he's deferring $30 million of it. Part of me wants to say, listen, I can't complain because historically, big market teams have always had financial advantages. That's just reality, but that wouldn't make for good content, so screw it. I think this absolutely stinks. The only thing that gave me any pleasure was seeing some reporters tweeting about white smoke coming out of Queens, thinking the Mets had something big brewing, and they looked foolish until they actually signed Bo Bichette this morning. No egg on their face, after all. That's legitimately a great signing for them. Soto's got a running mate now, alongside Francisco Lindor. That's a heck of an acquisition. Bichette is pretty damn good when healthy. But at some point, you've got to look at the numbers. Spotrac, the salary tracking site, shows the Dodgers have committed on their books, including all the deferred money, over $2 billion in guaranteed money to baseball players. $2.1 billion. Is that even legal? It is, apparently. It's absolutely insane. What are you supposed to do against that kind of spending power? The only thing giving me any hope is that even with all of that firepower last year, the Dodgers needed everything to go their way to barely hold off the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series. And by the way, the Blue Jays are third on the list of most committed guaranteed dollars. They're spending serious money. You know who's second? The Padres. So it's not the usual story of have-nots unable to keep up with the haves. But once again, it's the Dodgers world and everyone else is just paying rent. Where does Tucker even hit in that lineup? 4th, 5th, 6th? That's probably where he slots in. Was he even that good in the second half of last year? They're paying him $60 million per year, which makes the Soto deal look like a bargain, like a mere bag of shells. It's cheap by comparison. I would have signed that deal too if I was Tucker. He also gets to opt out after year 2 and year 3. The Dodgers are essentially saying, we'll give you opt-outs, pay you $60 million annually, give you a $64 million signing bonus, and you want to defer $30 million for a nice retirement plan? Great, whatever you want. Why wouldn't you sign that to be with the back-to-back champion Dodgers, with an outstanding manager who treats players like adults and professionals, and you get to play alongside quite possibly the greatest player of all time in Shohei Ohtani? It's genuinely crazy when you think about it. Last year, there was that moment with Ohtani on second, Mookie Betts on first, and Freddie Freeman hits one in the gap. There's a shot from behind home plate watching the base paths with Ohtani coming around, Betts going first to third, Freeman reaching second. All I could think watching that was, there's easily $1 billion running on those base paths. $1 billion in talent on the base paths simultaneously. Baseball fans are going to have to decide how to respond. Vote with your remotes, your feet, your wallets, or just sit there and root against the Dodgers. I don't know what else you can do. Honestly, it was the Yankees in the 70s, 80s, and 90s dominating with financial power. Now it's the Dodgers in this era where they have more money than they know what to do with. They're willing to spend it, and they're able to spend even more because multiple players are saying, we'll take the money 10 years from now, we don't care. That keeps them under the luxury tax threshold and lets them use it to their competitive advantage. I just hope Bichette stays healthy for the Mets. Last year, he could absolutely rake at the plate, but then he was limping around the bases with that injury. I imagine he'll be fine with their medical staff and training programs. You've got to wonder, though, when he hit that 3-run homer off Ohtani, if they'd actually won the World Series, what his contract situation would look like now. He wouldn't be a Met, that's for sure. Maybe he still would be. I don't know. The Blue Jays are still spending aggressively. They're clearly not backing down. At some point, other general managers are going to have to wake up and respond. Teams need to start making moves. The Red Sox signed Ranger Suarez, which was excellent. They've got 2 quality lefties in their rotation now. The baseball hot stove is absolutely heating up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. We want to know how you're feeling about all this chaos. Thanks for watching this episode.